Stoney the game. Talked about it a bunch of ways. Open lines right now if you just want to talk football with us. But we ask people for their word. The one word to describe their feelings heading into this matchup. And I said, psyched. This is what you want as a fan. To have your team in big games, to have them at home, to feel like you can win said big game. I'm psyched. Let's get to game day.
We're close. I say buzz because I just think that building, and thankfully I'm going to be there, although not cheering or drinking, will be just a constant buzz and yell, and downtown's going to be buzzing. It's going to be awesome. We even had, we talked about this earlier in the week. There has not been a more anticipated regular season game with this much meaning since the 1987 last game of the regular season for the Tigers and the Blue Jays. Now, you could argue that the anticipation, because of the front page of the papers, the March 26th Avalanche Red Wings game was anticipated like this, but there was no basic playoff ramifications.
The stakes weren't the same.
Although what happened, actually, everybody says, did lead the Red Wings to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's part of that that shift. Everybody knows it's at stake. The 1 seed versus the 5 seed, what it means. 2 home games versus potentially 3 road games to the Super Bowl. One is, and you're a golfer, so I give you this analogy. One is you're hitting it on the fairway. You're the 1 seed. Everything's nice. It's at your house. You lose, you got to go through the rough.
Yeah.
You got to go through the hard way. And the Lions are undefeated on the road, so it's not like they'd be disqualified, but it would be a significant disadvantage to winning the Super Bowl. So you got to win this game. And I think that's what they're set up to do. This offense with Jared Goff and Ben Johnson have had a lot of success against Brian Flores, who's a respected defensive coordinator. They have the creative, exotic blitzes. Here's the problem, though. They give up yards after the catch. They give up big explosive plays. And if you can diagnose the blitz, if you got a good offensive line, your backs help, your tight ends help, you'll get the big plays. And Jared Goff has. And this offense has scored 30 points the last 3 meetings this year and last year in this game. So I think the Lions offense will continue to march at home and score a bunch of points. Can they get a key stop? I'm higher on Sam Darnold than I think some Lions fans are. I really think we have to be fair about this. If we can believe our quarterback could be resurrected, why can't theirs? And Darnold's had big throws all season long, but he's also put the ball in harm's way, and the path for the Lions win is a turnover. Sam Darnold, the 3rd most turnover-worthy plays in the league. He's going to be on the road in a loud environment, got to keep up, can't screw up, and if he does, the Lions pounce on him, and it's why I think they win, albeit a close game. I respect Minnesota, but I think the Lions get it done, and that's why I'm psyched.
I think the resurrection of Sam Darnold is, I think comparing it to Jared Goff is a little short-sighted on your part, because where Sam Darnold came from was way lower in the resurrection department than Jared Goff.
And yet statistically, he's had a season mirroring that of Jared Goff this year.
I understand that, but I don't think his depths.
Jared
Goff's depths were not as bad as Sam Darnold's depths.
Okay, so you're saying I'm not giving Darnold enough credit then?
Yeah, but I guess you could say that as far as the resurrection angle goes. But I don't think people realize that Jared Goff, look, people just look at Jared Goff as, also the number one, 1-1 guy coming in here, coming into the league. They forget how good he was with the Rams for a while. He was really good. And everybody, he lost the Super Bowl. Yeah, you know what? They lost to New England with a really good defense. And just look at the 4th quarter of the NFC Championship game that they got him there. Everybody talks about the bad call and all that kind of stuff that screwed New Orleans. No, Jared Goff had made some impressive throws in that game.
At the same time, though, he left L.A. disgraced.
Yeah.
He was fragile. The pressure would get to him, like literal on-field pressure, and he would turn into a turnover machine. He didn't have any, I know you cite a couple big playoff throws. He never had a signature playoff game. I don't think he had a game where he threw for 300 yards. I don't think he threw for more than a single touchdown in any of those playoff games in L.A. He clearly had talent that needed to be unlocked.
Yeah.
And Detroit has brought him in. They've pumped up his confidence. He has taken his game to another level. It's a credit to him. But both these quarterbacks have done that. And they're both quarterbacking 14-win teams, and they're going to play a game that's expected to be a shootout. Totals over 56. I mean, that's one of the highest scoring totals you're going to see in the league, not just this week, all season.
I know.
So I trust the Lions offense to win the shootout, and I trust the Lions defense to get the takeaway because of Darnold's more erratic play. That's the thing with Goff. He had the 5 interception game, but outside of that, Stoney, the guy's made very few mistakes.
And I feel bad that everybody labels it as a 5 interception game. It is fact, but the Hail Mary at the end of the first half. I mean, come on, really?
I mean, called a 4 interception game. It's not much better.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It just seems
even if only 2 or 3 are on him, it's still a rough game.
Yeah, he had a rough game.
It's the needle in the haystack. It's the only time it's happened.
Yes.